Hey there guys, Michigander Man Rob here. How you guys doing today? I hope you guys are having an awesome, wonderful day like I am. It's a very beautiful day outside. Haven't made a video in a while. Been busy for a few days, had a lot going on, but just thought I would do something special today, guys. Do you guys have a favorite TV show you guys used to like? Something that's not on no more? Favorite character, favorite actor? Well, any kind of show. Dukes of Hazzard was awesome. Leave It to Beaver, I Dream of Jeannie, Fantasy Island. Lots of good shows in the early 70s, 80s and stuff. Not a lot. There's a few good shows on, I guess, on today, but not like there used to be. But one of my favorite shows was the Bewitched show. I had some favorite characters on there. I liked Tabitha. I liked Esmeralda. I liked the crazy neighbor lady that always got the Stevens in trouble. We're always talking about Abner, come look at what they're doing now. And that lady was pretty crazy. My favorite character on the show was Darren Stevens. The original Darren, not the second one. The very first one, Dick York. He played Darren for 5 seasons on the show. He had to quit the show for medical reasons because before the show started, he did a movie. And in the movie, he was injured badly. He had a bad back injury, which caused him to leave the show a few years after it started, 5 years, because his back injury was so severe, he had to be on medication, and it was so severe that sometimes he couldn't walk or stand or anything. So sometimes in the show you would see him sitting or on a couch or something like that, or he wouldn't even be in the show at times because of his back injury. And the back injury got so severe that it ruined his career eventually, and tried to make a comeback, but it didn't happen the way he wanted. But he ended up being on some prescribed drugs and because of his back and all that. But he ended up cleaning himself up, cleaning his life up, getting rehabilitated. So he ended up all clean. So that's awesome. But in the early 80s, he lost almost everything. He lived in Hollywood. He lost almost everything because of this injury that he had and health problems and all that. Him and his wife end up losing their apartment building that they owned. He ended up on welfare, which is hard to believe. Dick York ended up on welfare, but eventually his wife's dad passed away, so her parents, his wife's parents, lived in Rockford, Michigan. And so after his wife's dad passed away, the Yorks moved to Rockford to help take care of her mom. And so they took care of her for a few years until she passed. And after she passed, they decided to stay in Rockford the remaining of their life. And they led a quiet life. There was no Hollywood life or anything. There was a really basic quiet life they led here. Dick York ended up with emphysema towards the end of his life. He had to be on an oxygen tank and all that. But even with all of his health problems and everything, he ended up helping a lot of homeless people. He helped a lot of homeless people in the Kent County area, in Chicago, in all different areas. He raised money for charities and just did a lot of work for helping charities and getting money out and everything. You know, just doing what he could to support his community and help everybody around. But the guy was awesome. He was an amazing man, amazing actor, and he did a lot to help everybody out. And that's probably another reason why he's one of my favorite character actors. But I decided today that I've never been here before, and I thought we'd pay homage and pay some respects and go see his burial site in Plainfield Cemetery. And I've never been here. This is my first time ever being in Plainfield Cemetery, but I thought we could go take a quick look and pay some respects to the great Dick York. Now, mind all the noise outside, guys, that there is cleaning crew. They are cleaning up the graves, and so you'll be hearing some of that noise. So, but thanks, and let's go check this out, guys. This is the entrance to Plainfield Cemetery. You guys will see. Let's head down this way. And here he is, guys. The great Dick York. Richard York, February 14th, 1928 to February 20th, 1992. And he's not too far from the entrance, right by the road there. This is probably the most famous person in West Michigan to ever come from, well, he never came from West Michigan, he was from Indiana, but probably one of the most famous people we have in West Michigan, the great Dick York. It's awesome. He's buried right next to his wife, Leona Alt, November 13th, 1904 to March 12th, 1988. Beautiful cemetery. I said there's the entrance. Very easy to find if you guys want to come and pay respects to Richard York. It's very, very easy to find. I can't believe I actually found his grave, but I did. This is awesome. cool. There's another place that I want to show you guys that's pretty special, so I'll see you guys in a few. This is it, guys. This is what I want to show you. This was the final home where Dick York lived at. To see his lot grown over, it's changed. They tore the house down in 2011. It looks like the drive would have been like right through here. Would have been the driveway. Looks like it's pretty much well grown over. And back this way, a little further, would have been where the garage and stuff would have sat. Right here would have been like where the garage and everything was, and the house would have sat right in this general area right over here, but it's pretty much well grown over. And you can see this big tree right there. There is a picture online of where the little house was. It was a little red house, and it sat along this area right through here, and this is where the garage would have been. And over across the side here was like a little walkway, which is pretty much all gone now. But we are at 5370 Belding Road, guys. And this was the last house that Dick York lived in with his wife. It was his mother and father-in-law's house. But like I said, it was torn down in 2011. And if I can, I will try to put a picture up to show you guys what the house used to look like. But like sitting right back here would have been the garage. It was a one-stall garage right in front of this tree. And the driveway was right here. You can still see a little bit of stone from the driveway. There is no address, so I almost passed it, but you can look it up online. But this is where his very last house sat. They say he passed away in the house. Some say he did. Some say he passed away at Blodgett Hospital. But it's along a very busy Belding Road here. And you can tell it's the house because if you guys see the picture, if I'm able to put the picture up online of his Rockford home, I will. But if I'm not able to, you guys just look up Dick York's Rockford home and you'll see this big old bush. It's grown a lot taller, but see the big old bush right in front of the house. And then you could see the neighbor's house from a distance right here. In the corner of that house right there, guys. But his house was right in this general area right around here. This big old empty spot was where the house was. And the garage, I am standing right where his garage would have been. And the house would have been over in this general area right through here. And like I said, it's pretty well grown over. And there is nothing left of the house to be seen at all. Seems like there would be some bricks or something, but there is, it's completely empty. It's hard to believe somebody like the great Dick York lived in Rockford, Michigan for a few years. Amazing man, like I said, amazing man. Did a lot of good for everybody. He is definitely very well missed. Very awesome show. There will never be another show like Bewitched, ever. I can't believe I'm standing in Dick York's house was. And towards the end of his life, they said that you would see him sitting in his favorite chair and having a house coat on, just relaxing. And his friend, number one friend, was the telephone, because he was always on the telephone doing charity work and helping others out until the end of his life. It's just amazing that this is where he lived. And I'm standing right where his living room probably would have been. Not a very big house. It's a small red house that stood right here, and it was pretty bad shape, they said, after he passed, and that's why they had to tear it down. But this is amazing. This is awesome. This would have been the drive as you come in, and then the drive would have been right straight through here, through this pathway. And the garage right in this area right here. And then I wish I could see where the little pathway was, but there was a little pathway along the side here. But it is well grown over. It would have been in this general area going across that way, but it is really well grown over, guys. There is no mailbox to say this where the house would have been. There's no mailbox. So if you come, want to pay homage to him, and just yeah, be careful, guys, because you'll miss it. And there's no mailbox at all through here. And see in the far corner, the picture that's online, you'll see that house, the neighbor's house right next to the house, and you'll know that that was Dick York's. It's where his in-laws' house was. This is where they lived until, like I said, they passed, and then the Yorks took it over, and the Yorks lived here until they both passed. Thanks for watching, guys. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, guys.